Hey there, thrill seekers. Get ready for a quick dive into the world of the scariest urban legends. A couple parked in a car. Here's a news report about an escaped killer with a hook for a hand. Later, they find a hook hanging on their car door. Creepy, right? Urban legends like these have been spooking us for generations. Random creepy facts. When the movie trailer for The Exorcist first came out in theaters, people were so scared they ran out of the room. Eventually, they stopped playing the trailer in theaters. More than 80 million bacteria are exchanged in a single kiss. There was a chicken called Mike the Headless Chicken that lived for 18 months after its head was cut off. Spine-chilling true stories that will keep you up at night. First, we have the tale of the haunted doll that tormented its owners with eerie whispers and unexplained movements. Next, a sinister shadow figure that lurked in the corners of a family's home, causing chaos and fear. Finally, the chilling account of a ghostly hitchhiker who vanished into thin air, leaving only a cold breeze behind. Cinco de Mayo is not Mexico's Independence Day, but it celebrates the Mexican Army's victory over the French at the Battle of Puebla in 1862. The French army was considered one of the strongest in the world, but they were defeated by a smaller, less equipped Mexican force. Legends of spectral hounds like the Black Shuck in England have haunted people for centuries, bringing bad luck and even death. Beware of the rabies virus. This deadly disease can turn man's best friend into a terrifying, aggressive creature. In a quiet town, a young pilot embarked on a fateful journey. John Davis, a promising aviator, disappeared under mysterious circumstances. The day he vanished, he was on a routine flight, but he never returned. His aircraft was found abandoned, fuel tank full, no signs of struggle. John's family has been searching tirelessly for answers. They followed every lead, but the truth remains elusive. A cryptic message was left behind, the only clue in this perplexing case. They won't rest until they uncover the truth behind John's disappearance. Will they find him alive, or will this mystery forever haunt them? UFO sightings have been reported for centuries, dating back to ancient civilizations. Some UFO encounters have resulted in unexplained physical effects on witnesses, such as burns or radiation exposure. There have been cases of alleged abductions where people claim to have been taken aboard UFOs against their will. 45-year-old woman named Christine Barnett adopted a 6-year-old Ukrainian girl in 2010, but in 2019 was charged with abandoning her daughter in Indiana and fleeing to Canada in 2013. The woman, however, claims her daughter was found to be a 22-year-old sociopath with dwarfism who was pretending to be a child, and that she tried to kill her on multiple occasions. Christine claims the girl tried pushing her onto an electric fence, poured bleach into her coffee, and threatened to stab her in her sleep. She says the adoption was a scam, and the girl was actually born in 1989. Imagine this. You're home alone, and suddenly your Apple Vision Pro starts acting up. It's tracking something invisible in the room. What if it's a ghost or an unseen presence? The Apple Vision Pro's advanced technology might just be revealing the supernatural world around us. In 2017, this Rohingya Muslim man carried his immobile parents for nearly 100 miles to escape Burma's death squads. It took him 7 days, but he eventually reached Bangladesh. On August 20th, 2020, Darius Sessoms walked over to his neighbor's kids who were riding bikes outside their home, placed something bad next to 5-year-old Cannon Hinnant's head, and denied him in front of his 2 sisters for riding on the lawn. Sessoms was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole on December 29, 2022, after entering an Alford plea. Today, we're diving into the world of mummies. First up, the screaming mummy. Found with a horrifying expression, this mummy's cause of death remains a chilling mystery. Next, the tattooed mummies of Peru. These ancient mummies have intricate tattoos, revealing a hidden side of their culture. In 2019, an inmate in Brazil called Clavino Shorty da Silva attempted to escape prison by dressing up as his teenage daughter, who was scheduled to visit him that day. His attempt was unsuccessful, and he was found dead in his cell a few days later. In 2012, a statue of Jesus in Mumbai, India, had water mysteriously dripping from its toes. Worshippers began to collect the water for personal use and even to drink it. The source of the water was found to be clogged toilets near the statue. In 1973, 2 men went to police claiming to have been abducted by aliens. The police thought they were lying, so they left the men alone in the room with a secret recording device. To their surprise, they continued talking about what happened and how terrified they were. On the evening of October 11th, 1973, 42-year-old Charles Hickson and 19-year-old Calvin Parker told the Jackson County, Mississippi Sheriff's Office they were fishing off a pier on the west bank of the Pascagoula River in Mississippi when they heard a whirring, whizzing sound, saw 2 flashing blue lights, and observed an oval-shaped object 30 to 40 feet across and 8 to 10 feet high. Parker and Hickson claimed they were conscious but paralyzed, while 3 creatures with robotic slit mouths and crab-like pincers took them aboard the object and subjected them to an examination. Back in 1949, a young boy found himself on Krampus's shoulders during a parade in Mitterndorf, Austria. Krampus, a half-goat, half-demon creature, is known for punishing naughty children during the Christmas season. These are spiky contacts. They are used by morticians to keep the eyelids of the dead closed at funeral viewings. Did you know this? Let us know in the comments. This picture, taken in 1975, shows 2-year-old Tiare Jones and 19-year-old Diana Bryant falling from a 5th-floor fire escape after it collapsed during a fire. Diana died, but Tiare survived. Her fall was cushioned by Diana's body. The photo won a Pulitzer Prize. CCTV shows 8-year-old Cherish Periwinkle being led out of a Walmart by her murderer. Cherish Periwinkle was shopping with her family in a Dollar General when a man, Donald James Smith, approached them and offered to buy them clothes. The family went with him to Walmart, where he then offered to take Charisse to a McDonald's to get a hamburger, but instead abducted and murdered her. Her body was recovered shortly after. Today we're diving into the spooky side of Chelsea Handler and Zendaya. First up, did you know that Chelsea Handler once lived in a haunted house? That's right, she claims to have experienced paranormal activity, including doors slamming and mysterious footsteps. Now let's talk about Zendaya. She's a huge fan of horror movies, and even admitted to watching them alone at night. Can you imagine the courage it takes to do that? Get ready for some spine-chilling Hollywood facts you won't believe. Did you know that the Poltergeist movie curse is real? Several cast members met tragic ends after filming. Ever heard of the haunted Hollywood sign? Legend says that the ghost of actress Peg Entwistle, who jumped to her death from the sign, still roams the area. Miley Cyrus stayed in a haunted apartment in London during her 2009 European tour. In an extra DVD clip from her 2005 horror movie, The Skeleton Key, Kate Hudson revealed that she once saw a ghost of a woman with no face. Taylor Momsen has photographic proof that ghosts are real. Cher thinks her late husband Sonny, who died in 1998, is haunting her till this day. In April 1991, 12-year-old Shauna Yvonne from Anchorage, Alaska, left her home to play with a friend and never returned. 2 months later, her remains were found in a stairwell of an abandoned bar. She had died of blunt force trauma to the head. Her killer has never been found, and her death remains a mystery. This photo was taken at approximately 8:30 a.m. on September 11, 2001, by David Monderer from the Manhattan Bridge pedestrian walkway. Roughly 16 minutes later, a plane would crash into the North Tower of the World Trade Center, hitting floors 93 to 99. This is the last known photo taken of reggae legend Bob Marley before he succumbed to cancer on May 11, 1981. He was on his way home to Jamaica, but never made it. He died at a hospital in Miami at the age of 36. His final words to his son Ziggy were, "Money can't buy life." On April 13, 2016, 14-year-old Kim Edwards and her boyfriend Lucas Markham brutally murdered Kim's mother Elizabeth and Kim's 13-year-old sister Katie. The couple were known as the Twilight Killers due to their obsession with the franchise. Candace Hiltz, a 17-year-old genius, was brutally murdered in her home in 2006.
The case remains unsolved, but there's a shocking twist. A detective was allegedly involved in a heated argument with Candace just days before her death. Evidence from the case were reportedly found in a storage unit that was previously rented by Sheriff Lieutenant Detective Robert Dodd. Could he be responsible? Get ready for some chilling facts about the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Did you know? Michael Jackson's famous moonwalk was inspired by the mime Marcel Marceau's walking against the wind routine. Creepy fact: Michael Jackson once purchased the bones of the Elephant Man, Joseph Merrick, for a whopping $1 million.